Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be tearing out this front porch and we're going to be giving them a nice new porch. That way they can build a structure off of it. This was just completely crumbling and not strong enough to hold anything. So we used the Mini and tore everything out. It was pretty easy, just had a little bit of rebar. Tore out the sidewalk as well while we were there. Always running into problems, so I had to play mechanic, fix the leak so we could get back to work. Just loading these chunks into the trailer, we're going to take them to the recycling center. It went pretty fast. It's pretty simple. Using the 42-inch grading bucket to grade out the sidewalk and get it ready. We're going to do the sidewalk first and then we'll do the porch. But first we have to dig footings, so we dug 42 inches down, poured this footing concrete. This is going to give a nice strong base, that way it'll hold a whole structure on top because we're connecting it to the house. Later that day we poured the sidewalk. We're doing this first, that way we can use the sidewalk kind of as a brace to brace the porch forms against. Getting it broomed, and then after I broom it, we will strip and face those steps. Showing up bright and early on a Saturday for this Saturday pour. This is how we do our monolithic stuff. We use 1/2-inch treated plywood and then fill it with pea stone, using the rebar to kind of hold it back, and then we'll tie everything together to the footing. Concrete's here bright and early. We're going to be using the MT100 today with the mud bucket. That way we can reach up in the porch and dump it. Hindsight, could have gotten a pump truck, but it was only about 3 yards, and that's kind of a lot of money when I already own the equipment. We had to poke and tap a ton on this project to make sure there was no air bubbles because we're not going to be stripping the sides the same day. Getting it screeded off, making sure it's nice and flat, the water's flowing away from the house. We've got plenty of kickers, that way there's no bowing, and we use melamine on the sides, that way it gives it the smoothest finish possible. If you use plywood, you can kind of see the wood grain, and I don't really like that look. There's a lot of steps to doing a project like this. It's definitely not a DIY thing. Going to rub out the faces and then use a micro edger and really get that bottom good so it doesn't chip off the next day. Look at those nice crisp broom marks. That's what we like to see. This is the majority of the work, and why steps cost so much is all of this labor and technique. You have to pull it early enough so you can still work with the concrete, but you have to wait long enough so that the concrete doesn't sag. So it's not easy, I'll tell you that, but this was only 3 steps, so it's really not that bad. The guys were hitting the sides of the steps while I was hitting all the faces. Here we go, all that's left is topsoil and seed. We got these saw cuts in these steps. This is kind of where they like to crack, even though there was rebar tying them all together. Run a saw in there just to kind of hedge our bet. And then you can see that front porch. We just came back the next day to strip off that under piece and those side forms. And there we go. Look at that before and after. This started off really rough, and now look at that. You can see how shiny the sides are. That's the melamine giving it a nice finish. And here it is with the roof on. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one.